Bulubinaka, Malolele, and Talofa Lava from Lawaqa Park in Singatoka, the spiritual home of Fijian Rugby. I'm D. Davu, your commentator for today's clash, and I'll be bringing you all the action, insight, and passion from this opening match of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship, which runs from Friday, June the 6th to Saturday, June the 14th. Now, this tournament will be bringing together the region's best women's team, Fiji, Tonga, and Samoa, all locked in a fierce round-robin battle for regional supremacy. But it's more than just silverware on the line. This championship is a vital stepping stone as these teams prepare to take on the world stage at the Women's Rugby World Cup later this year in England. The visitors, the Tongan Lofa, come with a proud and passionate rugby history, and since playing their first international test against Fiji in 2006 at the Women's Pacific Tri-Nations, they have steadily raised their game. They joined this championship in 2018 and made a splash with a commanding 62-26 win over Papua New Guinea the same year. And under the guidance of former international Nili Latu, the Lofa bring fierce Pacific pride, raw physicality, and relentless spirit. They're known for their rugged style and unyielding heart, as evidenced by their name Lofa, and they're here to challenge the defending champions, the Vodafone Fijiana, on their home turf. And taking a look at the team lineups, we've got coming in at number 1, Viviana Halahingano, alongside Ruby Tangulu and Katalaini Tei at the tight 3. Looking at the Fakahua at number 8. The link from the forwards to the backs at 9, Ana Ngahe, alongside Brianna Paya, steering the Lofa today in Lawanga. Leslie Litai, Jets jersey 11, alongside Eseta Aho at inside centre, with Manusiu K at outside centre. Tonga Tuiaki gets the number 14 jersey, and she's also been named captain for the day. And rounding out the Tongan run-on side, at number 15, Ofa Napa'alatu. At 16, Malanata Kithili Simasi, Fusipale Vivili, and Pelanaisi Sandys at 16, 17, 18 respectively. Palolo Fotu at 19, with Veongo Lampetti following up, alongside Sinaiti Tupo and Francis Afiaki, and making up the match day 23, Ana. Now, speaking of champions, the Vodafone Fijiana 15s come into this tournament with confidence and fire. Carrying the momentum from last year's title-winning campaign, head coach Johan Cunningham has named a powerful, balanced 32-member squad. And taking a look at the lineup for the Vodafone Fijiana side, Lorraine Senivutu alongside Mbitila Tawake and Tiana Rombanakandavu making up the tight 3. Jade Coates, the experienced veteran, at 4, with Marioni Nakesa partnering her in the locks. Nunia Ndauni Viola is at 6 alongside Alfreda Fisher, who's been named at captain, with Rusila Nangasau at 8. Starting off the back line, Setaita Railumu at 9, and she's partnered with Salaniata Kinita at 10, alongside Atilaiti Mbuna wearing the jersey number 11. Josefini Nehamu and Emma Andi Vitalonga make up the center pairings, with Rebecca Tove getting the 14 jersey alongside Litiana Vueti making her debut for the team. And yes, just having a quick look at the bench, we've got Selai Naliva, potential debut, Salaniata Nambuli alongside Mbulo Wainikiti, Asinate Serevi, Manungalo, Komaitai, Salote Nailolo, and Michaela Storts. And now we take a moment to honor these players with the respective national anthems of Tonga and Fiji.
Ladies and gentlemen, shall we all remain stand for the Fiji national anthem. all teams. Are you ready to cheer for your Fiji?
As we conclude the national anthems here at Lawaqa Park prior to kickoff. Yes, this isn't just a game, ladies and gentlemen. It's a celebration of Pacific pride, power, and passion. The stakes are high, and the journey to rugby glory starts right here on this historic ground. So settle in and get ready for some thrilling rugby action, because you're watching it all live on My TV, your home for the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship.
Women's 15, Tonga, women's 15, rugby team.
Our match officials for today's game: referee Hibiki Ikeda of Japan, assisted on the touch lines by touch judge number 1 Hana Samael and touch judge number 2 Vika Irnavula. Ladies and gentlemen, we're just moments away from the Vodafone Fijiana versus Tongan Lofa match here at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championships. And to get things started for Fiji, Salamieta Kinita. Our Vodafone Fijiana side will be looking to blend their fast and skillful nature with a bit of structure to overcome this physical, proud and very rugged Tongan defense. Match is underway. Unfortunately, due to the weather over these last few days, yes, there's an immediate knock on there. Conditions very wet and slippery. Underfoot, no doubt ball handling will be crucial if either team is to come away with a victory this afternoon here at Lawaqa Park. The Vodafone Fijiana will be looking to blend their 15's discipline and 7's flair. We've got Rusila Nangasau at number 8, of course, giving her experience there in the forward pack. Now the Tongan Lofa, they will be looking for direct carries through their forwards. They'll probably be playing a slower tempo-paced game, but they'll be very territory-focused. Unfortunate for them to start off the match with a knock-on. But hey, that's rugby, that's life. First scrum of the game. There she is, looking to punch through the midfield, making good ground there as she moves forward. That was Josefine Nehamu there, making good ground there on that run-in. Fijiana looking to make inroads against this Tongan defense. Great play there. As we can see, Tiana Ramanakandavu using her size to try and break through that Tongan defense. She hands it off to Merioni Nakesa. Nakesa takes it forward, manages to get 1 to 2 meters. There we see Fijiana trying to play with a little structure, trying to put their phases together. And of course, they approach ever so nearly to the try line. The Tongan Lofa will make sure that their defense needs to be organized. Ladies and gentlemen, Fijiana there, catching or crashing over the try line. Excellent work there by the Vodafone Fijiana forwards. They did well, capitalizing on some quick ruck ball and of course just punching it up the middle and dealing the first blow in the match. And if you've just joined us, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you from all across the Pacific and all across Fiji as well. Fijiana, Vodafone Fijiana versus the Tongan Lofa here at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championships. She'll be looking to convert this try. Unfortunately, the conversion was not successful there. And of course, that's the debutante, Litiana Mueti. She'll be looking to shake off that little fumble there on the conversion and of course move forward with the game. Great start so far for the Fijiana team. 5-0 to the Fijiana over the Tongan Lofa. Palolele and Mbulvinaka, and welcome to you joining us from Tonga as well. Thank you so much for the company here on my TV. More action to come. The Fijiana, no doubt, setting the platform well. They'll be looking up to pick up the tempo with quick ruck ball, offloads in contact, and eyes always scanning for space. Looking for a little bit of space there, but unfortunate error there made by Saliniata Kinita. Excuse me, that was Litiana Vueti, who seems to have, yes, she'll be taking over a lot of the kicking duties today for the Vodafone Fijiana side here at Lawaqa. Here's a chance for the ladies from Tonga to set something up here within the Fijiana half. Of course, they've got a good attacking platform. They'll be looking to use their direct carries and simplified attack structure. They'll try to build up phases and move forward. Good line out take there. Now he makes the pass. Little bit of a communication breakdown there between the Tongan Lofa. They'll be looking to shore up those mistakes. Of course, the pitch here at Lawaqa is known for being very dry, very hard, and very fast. Although over the last 24 hours, some adverse weather conditions have been affecting the Fiji group, resulting in quite a bit of a downpour over the last day or so. As you can see, rugby conditions will be slightly difficult for the ladies today, but nonetheless they'll be looking to put their best foot forward and make things count. Setaita Railumu tries to marshal her forwards as they set for the scrum. Fijiana putting a big scrum here. The Welsh is playing advantage. Railumu delivers. Looks like we'll come back for that penalty. Of course, the Fijiana will be looking to capitalize on any mistakes made by the Tongan Lofa today. Tongan Lofa will no doubt try to slow down Fiji's tempo. We can already hear this young and boisterous crowd at Lawaqa Park getting behind the Vodafone Fijiana team. Vodafone Fijiana will be looking for structure in their set pieces. Here's their first line out of the match. Bitila Tawake will be looking for good line-out delivery, especially in these conditions. Slight fumble there at long line out. The Tongan Lofa managing to do well and capitalizing on that loose ball on the ground. The Tongans will be looking to set up an attack here and possibly gain some forward momentum and put them on the front foot. Oh, crunching defense there from the Fijiana team. Ladies and gentlemen, this is turning out to be a spectacle as far as the tackles and hits are concerned. The Fijiana will be looking to take advantage of their strong transitional and broken play. However, can the Tongan Lofa frustrate Fiji by slowing down the tempo? This first 20 minutes is crucial. Both sides looking to settle the nerves. However, the Fijiana with 5 points already on the board. As far as the Tongan Lofa are concerned, the set piece will be the key to their platform. If they're to get any momentum today here at Lawaqa Park, they've got a very strong defense when organized, very simplified attack structure, and they like to build phases. They'll be looking for direct carries through the forwards, and of course, they'll be putting in those big tackles and hoping to get some direct ball running going today at Lawaqa. The rain seems to have eased up for now. Conditions nonetheless still soggy underfoot, but still wonderful for some great rugby action. Tonga with the feed and a massive shove there in the scrum by the Fijiana as they managed to get that ball. Quick tap played there by the halfback for Fijiana. There's some 7 skills on display. The girls are moving the ball forward. Unfortunately, she just couldn't quite find that pass. Tonga will be looking to counter with the kick there. Litiana Vueti, the debutant, slinks and jinks through the line. She manages to cross over, and it's a try to the Fijiana. Here at Lawaqa Park, some enterprising play, combination of forward play and backline brilliance, allowing the Fijiana to just sneak in past the defense with the debutant, Litiana Vueti, scoring the very first try of her international career. We wish her all the best in a long and prosperous career, and of course, what a wonderful achievement to get a try on your debut. The Tongan Lofa, of course, coming in as the visitors, may be considered somewhat of an underdog, but still very dangerous, very passionate, and very determined. Salania Takinita will be looking to convert that try that was just scored by Litiana Vueti, the fullback for the Fijiana, making her debut today here at Lawaqa Park. Conversion unsuccessful. However, Fijiana lead the Tongan Lofa 10 points to nil here at Lawaqa Park. If you've just joined us, you're watching the coverage of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship live on my TV. The Tongans looking for the restart. They'll be looking to get this one right. And of course, try to capitalize on any lapses in offense by the Fijiana. (10-0) so far to the Fijiana as they look to set up a platform from behind their own half. Vueti, the debutant, looks for a little space behind the defense. The Tongans will be looking to set a good platform here for their forwards to try and make some inroads against the Fijiana defense. Lorraine Senivuti there with a lovely tackle on the Tongan offense. Of course, our Fijian tight three of Lorraine Senivuti, Mbitila Tawake and Tiana Rombanakandavu have already been putting a number of big hits, using their size and strength well against this formidably sized Tongan Lofa forward pack. The Tongans with a quick play, unfortunately, taken off the mark there. Ref calls them back. Brianna Paya will be looking to put some distance on this kick and gain some territory for her side. Solid territory finding kick as they advance around 20 meters upfield into opposition territory. The Fijiana will be looking to hold their defense tight and make sure that their fitness and intensity stays intact for the duration of this matchup, I must say. Of course, conditions very tough underfoot with the heavy downpour earlier out for the day. But it seems the rugby gods have deigned to bless us with a little hint of sunshine and a little stoppage to the rain. Tonga with a line-out throw. Fortunately, the referee was not happy with that line-out throw from Ruby Tangulu. She'll be looking to rectify that mistake moving forward into the match. Vodafone Fijiana head coach Ewan Cunningham has named a youthful dynamic match day 23 for this opening clash of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. There's 5 debutants altogether in the Fijiana lineup, with the team blending exciting new talent and experienced leadership in a side that's built on speed, strength and intent. Now the Tongan Lofa themselves is a side brimming with heart, physicality and Pacific pride. 13 minutes gone so far in the first half of this Oceania 2025 Women's Championship, Rugby Women's Championship matchup. The crowd getting behind their team as Setaita Railumu manages to make a break. Doing well, the young halfback. The refs decided to call them back to take it off the mark. Of course, our referee today, Hibiki Ikeda, assisted by Hana Samael and Vika Ernavula on the touch side. Now the Lofa are a very fierce, no-nonsense unit, and they'll never back down from a fight. However, that being said, the Fijiana forwards already putting in some big hits and dominating the collisions so far in this matchup. Litiana Vueti there. She's taking a moment to compose herself. Bulawanak, and welcome once again to you joining us across the region and across Fiji. This is My TV, and we're proud to have you with us as part of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship match. The very first matchup of the championship, the Fijiana, Vodafone Fijiana versus the Tongan Lofa. Now, if you must be wondering to yourself what Lofa means, it actually means heart. I was reliably informed, and of course, the ladies from Tonga will be wearing their hearts on their sleeves and looking to capitalize on any mistakes made by the Fijiana side. Unfortunately, that line-out was not straight. That'll be something that both teams will be looking to rectify as the match progresses. However, we've got to keep in mind that conditions underfoot are quite slippery. There's a bit of a sheen, a slick on the playing surface here at Lawaqa Park, but make no doubt about it, ladies and gentlemen, this is one of Fiji's hardest playing surfaces, and regardless of the slippery conditions, I'm sure the ground integrity has managed to hold up so far during the match. You can expect a lot of changes to this game as soon as fatigue sets in. The Fijiana doing most of the attacking. Of course, defending does sap the strength out of you. Knock on there. Fortunately, she was coming over the side there. And the ref has awarded the penalty to the Fijiana team, who will be looking to play some smart rugby here. Yes, they let the ball do the work for them, with Litiana Vueti stepping up once again, the debutant, having a big impact so far into this match. 17 minutes in, she's already managed a try on her debut. And of course, she seems to have been appointed the kicking duties today for the Vodafone Fijiana side. The Tongans will be looking to scrap their way out of their own, behind their 10-meter line, I should add. They're asking questions. Just trying to open things up. Tongan defense will need to be physical, will need to be disciplined if they're to get one over on this Fijiana side. Lovely run there from Merioni Nakesa. Vueti once again just looking for a little gap behind the defense. Oh, crunching tackles. There's some excellent hits, I must say, already been happening. And there, Lorraine Senivutu manages to pick up the ball. Oh, and from loose open play, Lorraine Senivutu manages to cross over the line for the Vodafone Fijiana team. And of course, there, the legend himself, the maestro, in attendance. No doubt very proud of his daughter, Asinate Serevi. He's also a member of this Vodafone Fijiana side. But yes, a wonderful individual effort there from Lorraine Senivutu, using her size, using her strength, and of course using a bit of pace as well, just to get away from the defenders and cross over the whitewash here at Lawaqa to put the Vodafone Fijiana side up 15 points to nil over the Tongan Lofa. She did well to secure that ball, of course, just showing a clean pair of heels over Eseta Aho, and managing to cross over the line was Lorraine Senivutu. Litiana Mueti. She got the height on that one. She got the distance. Accuracy lacking. 15-0. Vodafone Fijiana, 15s over the Tongan Lofa. We're almost through the first quarter of the match. Ladies and gentlemen, if this is an indication of anything to come, the Tongan Lofa will have to pull it out of the fire and not let this scoreline get away from them. So far, they've been hard done by, a few loose carries, knock-ons, but they'll be looking to grit it out and try to gain some possession and territory as this match progresses. Excellent take there from the Tongan side, immediately covered up by the Fijian defense. The Tongans will be looking for just a little bit of space. Unfortunate, there was a charge down there. I believe that was Atilaite Mbuna there, managing to secure that ball. Of course, our Fijiana team, a good blend of experienced 15s and 7s reps. The try scorer, Lorraine Senivutu, going through there once again. Unfortunately, conditions such a bit slippery on the playing surface today here at Lawaqa. We're glad you could join us at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship, which runs from June 6th to June 14th here at Lawaqa Park in Singatoka. It's a round-robin format tournament. We've got teams including Fiji, Samoa and Tonga. The first match-up today, of course, Fiji and our island neighbors, the Tongan Lofa. The defending champions, I must add, are the Vodafone Fijiana side. A notable absence this year from the tournament, our regional neighbors, Papua New Guinea, who unfortunately were suspended due to some off-field issues. But yes, 3 teams competing for the championship here at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship in Lawaqa Park, Singatoka. And you're watching it live on My TV. Great scrum there. Nangasao trying to control from the back. Excellent set piece so far. Excellent tackle there just to slow down the attack from the Tongan winger. The Tongan defense will have to be sturdy in the face of this Fijiana onslaught. Merioni Nakesa almost losing it. Juggles the ball but maintaining control of it, as the Fijian Tide 3 will be looking to impose their physicality on this Tongan side. Excellent phase work so far, marching it up the field, getting ever so closer. They're just a few meters out from the try line. They'll be looking to capitalize. Jade Coates moves the ball up. Stiff defense there from the Tongans. Lovely run there from Nunia Ndaunimoala as they look to keep the pressure on. And yes, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen, just like that. Setaita Railumu manages to cross over the try line. Excellent play there, structured play, leading to a little bit of unstructured work from the girls, combining well, forwards and back line, doing well to cross over the try line here at Lawaqa Park. The score currently stands 20 points to nil in favor of the Vodafone Fijiana side. Nunia Daunimoala setting things up well there, with Setaita Railumu seeing the gap in the defense and managing just to shimmy and step through, powering over to get her first try of the match. Kick just wide there for Vueti. Setaita Railumu did well there. She had one thing on her mind, and that was the try line. She managed to cross through. There was some good handling there, and there was definitely no stopping the Fijiana from that far out. 24 minutes into the first half here of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship at Lawaqa Park. You're on My TV. Thank you for joining us.
Number 4 to the Fiji Women's Rugby. The Fiji women leading by 30 points.
Eseta Aho looking to get things started once more for the Tongans. Unfortunately, just short over there. Referee allows play to continue. Railumu looking for options. She finds Vueti. Ofalatu there with the return. Coach manages to receive that. And the Fijiana team are off on the attack. Linking well. Forwards and back line. There we have Rebecca Tove. She manages to make a good move. Excellent work there from Rebecca Tove as she tries to gain momentum for her team and move them forward ever so closer to the try line. Bitila Tawake, hard running, hard hitting, and of course moving her team ever so closely to the whitewash. The big number 3, Tiana Rombana Kandavu, using her exceptional strength to power through. However, handling letting them down at the very last moment. Game management will be important for both sides. We can see hands on hips already. And we seem to have a player down on the Tongan side. Taking a look at that once more. We see Railumu making the right choice, handing it off to Tiana Rombana Kandavu, who uses her size and strength to power through the Tongan defense. However, just at the last minute, Nunian Daunimoala could not capitalize on that, and perhaps losing her grip due to the very slippery conditions underfoot here at Lawaqa. Running repairs for the Tongan forwards. Of course, this team's heart beats in every tackle and every meter gained. They're a fierce, no-nonsense unit, and they'll never back down from a fight. However, they mustn't let this scoreline get away from them. Fijiana 15s currently leading the Tongan Lofa, the visitors, 20 points to nil, 27 minutes, or rather almost 27 minutes on the clock here at Lawaqa Park. Defensive scrum here from the Lofa as they'll be looking to play out of their own half and look to gain some territory and stop the Fijiana's momentum. Lovely scenes here as the future of Fijian rugby there in the stands, supporting their team. Also the Tongan team meeting a few schools yesterday here in the Singatoka and Western areas. No doubt they have their fair share of supporters as well, especially here in Nanronga, a sizable Tongan community. Good clearing kick there from the Tongan 9 as she looks to relieve some pressure and give her team a little bit of breathing space. 28 minutes on the clock. Fijiana lead the Tongan Lofa 20 points to nil here at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. Match 1 of the competition. Match 2 coming up later on next week. That's against that's Tonga versus Samoa, but we'll have more on that later as the Fijiana look to win the line out and secure some quick phase ball. The tight three of the Fijiana have been instrumental in making inroads against this Tongan defense. However, our back line showing some great skills there to try and just get on the outside. Yes, some wonderful support there for the Tongans. The Tongan community here in Singatoka, although small in number, quite vocal, quite strong in support as they see their team try to put up a fight here in Loanga against the Vodafone Fijiana side. A bit of an overthrow on that one, but they still managed to tidy up. Hard run there from the Tongan number 7. Tonga will be looking to string some phases together. Unfortunately, their handling just letting them down for the moment. The ref blows penalty. Quick tap there from Josephine Nehamu. Realizing that the defense was caught napping, she decided to take the quick tap and of course powered away, managing to cross over the line and get a try for herself. 25 points to nil. 30 minutes on the clock here at Lawaqa Park. 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship action. The Fijiana doing well so far in this matchup. Doing well to couple with their forwards, with their back line, working in unison. And of course, managing to lead the Tongans 25 points to nil. Salaniata Kinita has taken over kicking duties for this conversion attempt. Great support from the small but very vocal crowd here at Lawaqa Park. Unfortunately, distance was lacking on that conversion attempt from the number 10 for the Vodafone Fijiana side, Salaniata Kinita. Taking a look once again at the replay, we see here Nehamu, Josephine Nehamu manages to find a gap in the defense, does well, using her leg drive to keep powering forward and cross over the line. Great transitional play on display by our ladies, or rather I should say the Fijiana ladies. Great skill there from Josephine Nehamu. Rugby at its finest, speed, skill and sheer will, and she manages to get over the try line for a wonderful score. Ana Ngahe looks to get things started once again for the Tongans. Unfortunate handling mistake there from the Fijiana forwards, losing in forward. Mbitila Tawake, she usually has a hand on those kind of things. She's known for being a very steady and strong ball carrier. However, the weather conditions certainly playing a part here at Lawaqa Park at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championships. 32 minutes gone on the clock. The Tongan Lofa will be looking to capitalize on this field position and try to put some points on the board before they head into the second half. Feed there from Ngahe as she looks to link up with Paea. Oh, solid defense there from Emma Andi Vitalonga. Right now, the Tongan girls looking to just spread it wide. Good run there from Lesieli Tai. Ngahe with the pass. They're just looking for some gaps here. They have a very simplified attack structure. They like to build their phases and, of course, use their raw physicality and power to try and get through. As we see Viviana Halahingano trying to get much needed meters for her team. Number 8 there, Lunaise Whakahua moves the ball forward. The Tongans trying to string some phases together here. They've got to be patient. Good work so far from the Tongans as they marshal themselves up the field. They're playing for heart. They're playing with a lot of heart. They're playing with a lot of pride. And they'll be looking to put some points on the board before this first half is done. The Tongan number 10 looking to link up with her midfield and probably spread it out wide. Unfortunately, the pass was left wanting there from Manusiu K. The Tongan Lofa will be certainly slightly frustrated. Fijian defense, they are managing to push them back over the halfway mark. And of course, the Vodafone Fijiana side putting in some great hits, good courage in the tackle, winning the collision and trying ever so slightly to win that to gain that physical edge over their Tongan counterparts. 25 points to nil. Fijiana over the Tongan Lofa. Oh, solid defense there as the opposing wingers come together in that tackle. Vueti moves to move the ball up as she gets support there from Railumu. Referee right there on the spot. Unfortunately, drop ball there and a knock on for the Fijiana side. Still plenty of rugby left to play in the first half here at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. There's been no shortage of passion in this contest. The Tongan Lofa, they'll be looking to put some points on the board before the half is out. Let's see if Ana Ngahe can link up with Brianna Paya at 10. Big shove there by the Vodafone Fijiana side. Managing to get the turnover in the scrum. Funnily enough, many had thought that the Tongans' raw physicality was unmatched. However, the Vodafone Fijiana side up to the task today. 36 minutes on the clock here at Lawaqa Park. Fijiana will be looking to turn up the intensity if they can get some clean line-out ball here as they take on attacking formation. Bichitil Tawake with the line-out feed. Some complaints there from the opposition as they look to set up the rolling maul and steadily but surely march up the field. The Fijian forwards doing well there. Maul drops. They're playing advantage. Railumu links up with Nehamu. Nehamu already having a great first half so far in the match. Referee calling them back for the original penalty there. Or rather knock on, I must say. That's time off as the Tongans look to be making a substitution. Coming on for the Tongans at number 16, Malanata Kilisimasi replacing Ruby Tangulu. 2 minutes left to play in this half here at Lawaqa Park at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. The Vodafone Fijiana leading the Tongan Lofa 25-0. There's been no shortage of passion in this contest. The Tongans have been fighting this relentless Fijiana juggernaut as they seem to outwit and outplay them. Fijiana so far have been very dominant in the scrum. It all starts there with a bit of power and precision. Scrum reset. Both teams will be fighting for every inch as this match draws to the close of the first half. A well-executed scrum by the Fijiana will set the tone for the next phase of the attack. A very vocal crowd here, getting behind their team. Excellent delivery there. Wonderful set piece as she slices through the defense there. Naihamu, I must say. Coach looking to link up with her back line. Coach once again on support. Excellent support play. However, they just couldn't keep the handling together. The Tongan Lofa lucky to get away with that one. The Tongan half, Ana Ngahe, looking to spark her troops. We can see hands on hips. This game has been quite intense so far in the first half. The good old tap and go. A true sight to behold, especially for those forwards who enjoy the hit up. Bit of decision making there in the Fijiana. Estiana Rombanakandavu will be looking to maximize her forward pack's aggression and size against this stalwart, if not haggard, Tongan defense. The Tongan ladies will be looking to give it their all and stop the Fijiana from crossing over the line before the half is over. Nehamu doing well in contact, main control of the ball. Railumu, unfortunately the ball, oh no! Alfreda Fisher, the captain, sighting an opportunity. Unfortunately, she comes up short. Merioni Nakesa. What does the ref say there? Ref's not happy with that one. That's short. The Tongan Lofa coming away lucky on that play against the Fijiana, who are looking very close to scoring yet another try. It's 25-0 here at Lawaqa Park at the Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. And if you've just joined us, we welcome you to My TV. Nehamu once again aims for the corner post. Ref's going to consult with the sideline official. Josephine Nehamu has been having a wonderful start to this half. She's made some wonderful link plays. Of course, her try coming earlier when she saw an opportunity, and now using great power, balance, and strength, just managing to cross over the line and get her second try of the match. Litiana Vueti will be taking over the conversion duties for this attempt. Conversion unsuccessful. As we draw closer to the end of the first half, the Fijiana, Vodafone Fijiana side lead the Tongan Lofa 30 points to nil, with the latest try coming courtesy of inside centre Chosifini Naihamu, who certainly has been doing her job today, making those all-important hits on defence and those all-important line breaks on attack as well. Excellent work from Chosifini Naihamu so far in the matchup. Brianna Paya looking to get things started once again for the Tongans, and perhaps try to put some points on the board before the end of this first half. And Vueti puts that ball out. And that's the half so far here at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship in Lawaqa Park. Lawaqa Park, as we know, the spiritual home, or rather Singatoka, the spiritual home of Fijian rugby, also known as Rugby Town, where the sun blazes high, the pitch is hard, dry and fast, but however, due to the last 24 hours of adverse weather conditions, quite wet and slippery underfoot, the Tongan Lofa coming off the field with a lot of heart, a lot of determination. They'll be looking to turn things around in the second half. This match, more than just a test of skill, it's a cultural clash, a statement of intent, and a proving ground for a Tongan side who are trying to build towards the 2025 Women's Rugby World Cup later this year. We'll have more for you on my TV as soon as we come back after the break here at the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship in Lawaqa Park, Singatoka.
women's competition.
Park in Singatoka. This is the very first matchup of the championship between the Vodafone Fijiana 15 side and the Tongan Lofa 15 side. The Vodafone Fijiana have gotten off to an excellent first half, linking up well forwards and the backs to put 30 points on the board against the visitors, who at this moment in time have yet to put any points on the scoreline. As far as they are concerned, ladies and gentlemen, we welcome you joining us all across the region, joining us from Tonga and Samoa, as well as across Fiji, Mbuluvinaka, Malolile and Talofalava. Welcome to this inaugural coverage of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. The second half due to kick off momentarily. Yes, the crowd has definitely been behind both sides tonight, or both sides today. The Tongan supporters, although small in number, very loud and very vocal. No doubt the Fijiana team always good support wherever they come out to play. And now the Tongans looking to get the second half started, courtesy of Brianna Paya at number 10. The legend himself, Mr. Waisale Serevi, gracing us with his presence. No doubt he'll be enjoying watching his daughter Asinati Serevi as well play as she represents Fiji. And to you, all the proud parents and supporters of the Fijiana players, as well as the Tongan Lofa, thank you for joining us on my TV. Fijiana looking to get some territory there. Unfortunate mistake there from Setaita Railumu. Just couldn't quite get under that high ball and secure the catch. The Tongan forwards will be looking to start this half strong and put some points on the board before the Fijiana manages to pick up any momentum and advance their own scoreline. You can expect a lot of changes soon as fatigue sets in. There's everything to play for in this second half for the Tongan Lofa. Slightly better scrum there from the Tongans, however. Loose passing let them down there. Unfortunately, she just couldn't secure the ball as it came out of the scrum. The Tongan number 9, Ana Ngahe. This championship itself is a very crucial step for Tonga as they prepare for the Women's Rugby World Cup later on in England next year. And under Nili Latu's leadership, they're shaping up to be a team that's both disciplined and very fierce. However, the Fijiana 15s has managed to contain them so far as we commence the second half. Railumu looking to unleash her forwards once again. Lovely run there from Merioni Nakesa. Salanieta Kinita links up there with Atelaite Mbuna, former Fijiana 7s rep. Rusila Nangasao, also herself a former Fijiana 7s rep. Fijiana 15s attacking inside the 10 meters of the Tongan Lofa. Fatigue setting in for the Tongans as she commits a very costly mistake there, allowing the Fijiana to come away with the advantage. Ref still playing advantage for the Fijiana. There's been some excellent work from the tight three of the Fijiana today, as well as the hard-running Merioni Nakesa making good meters alongside her partner there, Jade Coates, linking up well there with Emma Andivitalonga. And the ref certainly happy with that one. Forwards linking with backline players, hands galore, as the ladies link up well and manage to cross the try line once more. Fijiana leading the Tongan Lofa 35 points to nil. The Tongan Lofa will be hoping, will be wishing, will be battling to try and get some points on the board within the next 10 minutes before the Fijiana put the game away. Many would say that the game is already done and dusted, but hey, this is rugby. You just never know what can happen before the whistle goes. Conversion unsuccessful there, coming off the left-hand side upright here at Lawaqa Park. If you've just joined us, welcome to the second half of the matchup between the Fijiana, Vodafone Fijiana side and the Tongan Lofa here at the 2025 Oceania Women's Championship. Fresh legs coming on for the Fijians. Salanieta Nambuli at 17 with alongside Asinati Serevi at 19. Kickoff didn't go the 10. Ref allows play to continue as Railumu looking to spark her forwards and get the ball quickly out. Ref was still playing advantage. Unintentional knock on there from Malanata Kilisimasi. Kilisimasi has been looking to impose herself on this game since she came in, but so far hard done by, thanks to a very stout Fijiana defense. The try scorer there, Lorraine Senivutu, coming off after a good shift on the paddock here at Lawaqa. Bitila Tawake will be looking for her line-out jumpers. Great set-piece play right there from the ladies. Ref was still playing advantage. That was Asinate Serevi slicing through the defense. However, she just couldn't keep a handle on that ball. However, the referee still playing advantage to the Vodafone Fijiana side. 35 points to nil. The Vodafone Fijiana side lead the Tongan Lofa here at Lawaqa Park. 46 minutes past here in the first 47 minutes, I should say, here in the second half. Tawake once again with a throw. The ref is happy with that. Now the Fijiana forwards looking for cohesion, maintaining. Unfortunately, not rolling away in that tackle. Bitila Tawake there just couldn't move away fast enough. Yes, killing the ball, not allowing the opposition a chance at the ball. Thus, they get the penalty, and they'll be looking for some distance on this kick and to advance themselves up the field. The Tongan Lofa will be looking to ease the pressure and perhaps gain a good clearing kick as they try to fight their way out of their own half. It's been all one-way traffic so far. 35 points to nil. The Vodafone Fijiana side lead the Tongan Lofa at Lawaqa Park here on My TV. Excellent work there by the Vodafone Fijiana side as the backline looks to link up. Nehamu once again showing strong form in the tackle, managing to gain a few, almost intercepted there by the Tongan lock assert. The Tongans will be looking for better link play and of course to try and open up the game just a little bit more in order for them to capitalize and get some points on the board. Assert there, just trying to spark something, maybe to bring her team to life and get some points on the board here at Lawaqa Park as part of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship Game 1, Fiji versus Tonga. Live and direct on My TV, we welcome you joining us across the region and the Pacific and also all across Fiji. Railumu with the feed. Another good scrum as she looks to pick and go and link up with her back line there. Linking up with Salania Takinita. Ball over to Rebecca Tove, who inches close from the line. Handling just letting the Vodafone Fijiana team down as they were encroaching on the Tongan try line. So far throughout the match, the Vodafone Fijiana have managed to maintain consistent pressure against the Tongan counterparts, as evidenced in the try line, 35 points to nil so far with 50 minutes on the board. Still a lot to play for in this matchup. This is rugby. You never know what could happen. It ain't over till it's over. Big shove there from the Fijiana forwards. However, the Tongan number 8 manages to clear her scrum and move forward up the pitch. Tonga will be looking for a bit better in the kicking department. However, it worked out for her in the end. They've managed. Tonga with the knock-on advantage. It worked out to their favor in the end. They'll be looking to ease the pressure that's being put on them by the Fijiana side. Brianna Paya there, Tongan first. Fortunate, just couldn't get the distance she wanted on that kick of hers. Mitila Tawake to take the throw for the home side. A bit untidy in that ruck from the Vodafone Fijiana side, but they'll be looking to capitalize and move forward against this waning Tongan defense. Salaniata Nambuli makes inroads. Salaniata Kinita seeing some space behind the defense, however, just a little bit too much on that kick. However, if the Vodafone Fijiana side can capitalize on this line out, perhaps even contest it. Excuse me, they're coming back for the initial penalty, I believe. Yes. It was the initial knock-on committed by the Fijiana. Of course, Tongan feed into this scrum. Defensive scrum here for the Tongans. 53 minutes on the clock here at Lawaqa Park in Singatoka. 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. So glad of you to join us on My TV. The Tongans have been putting up a valiant effort this afternoon here in Singatoka, but unfortunately the Fijiana just showing a bit too much pace, a bit too much flair, and a bit too much power for their Tongan counterparts. However, as Lunaise Whakahua tries to gain some much-needed side for her team. Unfortunate, the pass not so good there from the halfback to the first. Eseta Aho with the kick there. You can sense the Tongan ladies getting a bit frustrated. Unfortunate handling error there from Viviana Halahingano. Tiana Rambana Kandavu on screen there. She's been putting the hard yards in for her. As we see, number 20 and number 23, Manungalo Noame Komaitai in jersey number 20, about to run onto the field and make her debut for the Vodafone Fijiana side here at Lawaqa Park, alongside Kayla Stoltz making her debut for the Vodafone Fijiana side momentarily. Fijiana on the attack. Touching down once again for the Vodafone Fijianas. That Manungalo Komaitai replacing the very hard-working Merani Nakesa. Successful. Fijiana, a very commanding performance. Zinatoka. Being scored by Josefini Naihamu. Yes, she's definitely been putting the hard yards in today for her team, getting involved in transitional play, also doing well. There we've got the two ladies on the bench there. Rusila Nangasau, former Fiji Sevens representative, and we have debutant Michaela Stoltz coming in on to the field to replace Atilaite Mbuna at number 11. With Manungalo Komaitai replacing Merioni Nakesa at number 5. Both of them making their debut for the Fijiana side here at Lawaqa Park in Singatoka. Railumu somewhat rushed on that box kick. Maybe not getting as much distance as she wanted. 42-0 on the scoreboard. A commanding performance so far for the Vodafone Fijiana side against the Tongan Lofa. 57 minutes on the clock. Still a lot to play for in this matchup. The Tongan ladies will be looking to play for pride now and get some points on the board before this match is over. However, it's definitely not over. Still a lot of time left in this matchup. Fijiana just needs to maintain control of the game as they've done so far, and they can see this through. However, Tongan Lofa with a great attacking opportunity right now. One of the few times in the match that they've been
this far in Fijian territory. Stiff defense from the Fijiana. Of course, Tiana Rombanakandavu. Hard-working Tiana Rombanakandavu there. The Tongan forwards marshalling forwards. If they can just keep their face play going, nothing fancy. Their crowd getting behind them. As the Tongan Lofa using strength, power and passion to power themselves over the line and try to come away with some points. We've got Viviana Halahingano there once again. Finally, the Tongan Lofa cross the whitewash, courtesy of Viviana Halahingano, hard-working forward, willing her side, playing for pride, playing for passion. No doubt the Tongan Lofa will be happy to get some points on the board. 42 points to 5 here at Lawaqa Park, with the conversion still to come for the Tongan Lofa. You can see the determination written on Viviana Halahingano's face there. No doubt the Tongan Lofa will definitely be needing more of that, with 20 minutes left to play in this very interesting encounter here at Lawaqa Park. She had the accuracy, the distance unfortunately not there. Not very often you have a hooker coming up to take the place kick in the conversion. That was Ruby Tangulu, of course, the try courtesy of Viviana Halahingano. 42 points to 5 here at Lawaqa Park. 60 minutes on the clock as the Fijiana look to restart the game once again. She did well to hang on to the ball there, the Tongan number 8, Lunaise Whakahua. Excellent take there from Litiana Vueti, under somewhat pressure, under a little bit of pressure there, but she managed to take it all despite the very slippery conditions. Started drizzling here in Lawaqa ever so slightly, so you can imagine handling might drop over the next 19 minutes or so. Certainly both sides Bitila Tawake looking to link up with Manungalo Komaitai. Referee not happy with that line-out, not straight. Sense a bit of fatigue creeping into the Fijiana 15's side. The Tongans, if they can look to lift their game and put a few more points on the board, no doubt their spectators and their coach will be very happy. Under coach Nili Latu's leadership, Tonga is shaping up to be a team that's both disciplined and fierce. Still a lot left to play for here in the matchup. No doubt they'll be wanting to salvage some pride and some glory and put a few more points on the board before the match is over. Spectators getting behind their teams. We've had some great support from the Tongan community here in the Singatoka area, although small in number, very loud and boisterous in nature, as they look to will their team over the try line and perhaps get more points before the day is done. Now we see a substitution for the Tongans. Viviana Halahingano, the try scorer, being substituted for Pelinaise Sandys, as she makes her run on for the Tongan Lofa here at Lawaqa Park. And if you've just joined us, it's the second half of the 2025 Oceania Rugby women's match between the Vodafone Fijiana team and the Tongan Lofa. Ana Ngahe to feed the scrum for the visitors. She's done very well so far this afternoon, although there has been a few times where she may have been a bit hesitant with her delivery, allowing the Fijiana defense to get one over their Tongan counterparts. And the Fijiana take that scrum against the head. Tongans will be disappointed in themselves for that. Malanata Kilisimasi on screen there, marshalling her forwards, willing her forwards to give more as they try to salvage what's left of this match against the very formidable Vodafone Fijiana side, who are the current defending champions of the Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. There we see Neham once again with another rampaging run. Unfortunately, just couldn't keep a hold of the ball. Ref rules it a knockback. The captain moving forward into heavy contact against the Tongans. Strong leg drive there. And the referee awards the try to the Vodafone Fijiana side. Great sportsmanship on display as well from our ladies. This may be a war between two proud island nations. No love lost, of course, during the game, but nevertheless great sportsmanship on display by both teams. 47 points to 5. Vodafone Fijiana squad leading the Tongan Lofa. Of course, no doubt, our coach, Mr. Ian Cunningham, will be definitely happy with the Fijiana's performance so far. The line is held firm, the defensive wall has been up. They've been fairly accurate on their set-piece play, and of course always looking to improve and maintain their status as champions of the Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. Conversion unsuccessful there from Salaniata Kinita. 47 points to 5, a commanding lead here at Lawaqa Park for the Vodafone Fijiana side over their Tongan counterparts, the Lofa. We've reached the last quarter of the match, the business end of the match, I should say. Unfortunate mistake there on the restart. And number 6, the left flanker for the Tongan women's team is Courtney Afiaki. I've been reliably informed that she is none other than the daughter of Fijian coach Senirusi Servapula, who no doubt will be in the audience somewhere watching his daughter play for the Tongans. Hard hit there in contact. Emma Andivitalonga tries to move her team forward, linking up well with her forward partner there. Coates with the ball as she tries to gain much needed meters for this Fijiana side. Glad to see that this Fijiana side playing to their strengths, running the Tongans off their field, moving the ball around, and of course employing a wonderful kicking game as well. Conditions have been very difficult this afternoon here at Lawaqa due to the weather. Although both sides have managed to put on a good game so far. 47 points to 5. As we see the Tongans make a substitution, Veongo Lamipeti coming in onto the field. Malanata Kilisimasi looking for a clean line-out throw. Some slight line-out trickery there. Of course, the Tongans, unfortunate they're losing the ball forward in the ruck. It's pretty much been the story this afternoon for the Tongan Lofa. Conditions very wet, very slippery, and of course, handling has been far from what has been desired. Great attacking platform here for the Vodafone Fijiana side. Inside the Tongan 10-meter territory, and they'll be looking forward to capitalize and move closer to the try line. There we see Eman Di Vitalonga standing, waiting, looking to link up with her very powerful, very successful today centerfield partner Josefini Naihamu. Coates there once again, offloads to Nunia Ndaunimoala. Railumu with the delivery. Great handling effort there. Michaela Stoltz with the ball. She's looking for the gap. The young debutant going for the line, and she crosses over. Unfortunately, referee calling them back for the advantage. The debutant, Michaela Stoltz, on the wing. She saw the line. Of course, she thought she might go for it. Unfortunately, the ref had other ideas. Thank you for joining us on My TV. If you're locked in all across this beautiful country of ours, and of course to you, our regional neighbors, joining us across the Pacific. Bulavinaka, Malolele, Talofalava, and welcome. 47 points to 5 on the board. Vodafone Fijiana team lead the Tongan Lofa. 71 minutes on the clock as well. And referee Hibiki Ikeda just having a word with both teams. The game has been fairly clean so far. Of course, there's been handling errors due to this current weather situation that we've been having here over the last 24 hours across the Fiji group. But nonetheless, some very enterprising play from the Fiji ladies. We've reached the last 8 minutes or so of this encounter. The Tongans will be looking to take as much experience as they can and see how they can improve moving forward into the competition when they take on the mighty Samoans. Yes, that's the next match in the itinerary of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship that's happening on the 10th of June right here at Lawaqa Park. The Tongans doing well to stifle that line out and come away with the ball. Maybe they can open things up here from within their own 22-meter line. Excellent tackle there from the rookie. Also the Tongan sub Veongo Lamipeti there. Substitutes will be looking to put in a bit more effort as they seek to get some more points on the board for their team before this match draws to a conclusion. This isn't just about getting points on the board for the Tongans. This is also a matter of pride, and they'll be wanting to finish this match on a positive note. Number 22 there for Fiji crosses through. That's Salote Nailolo, another debutant. Fresh legs. Rebecca Mata substituting for Setaita Railumu. That's just come onto the field at half. We can see the tempo of the game immediately increase. She seems to have crossed over the line. Referee was not happy with that. We're coming back for the initial penalty, which was the advantage was being played for. You sense the Tongan team feeling somewhat hard done by because of the handling conditions. However, the Fijiana 15 side just bringing too much class and a bit too much pace and flair as well against this Tongan team. The Vodafone Fijiana team's fitness and speed has been a definite advantage for them in this matchup, not to mention their quick transitions of turnovers, and their execution in the red zone area has been very, very good today here at Lawaqa Park. The Tongans, of course, mistakes letting them down, getting them down, I must say, at crucial times in the matchup, just when they were trying to build some momentum and perhaps move up closer to the Fiji try line. Fijian team linking well. Asinate Serevi doing well there. Excuse me. Of course, the Tongans, pride left on the line for the Tongan Lofa. Here they've just been decimated in Lawaqa Park by a rampant Fijiana side. Litiana Vueti looking to convert the try. Vodafone Fijiana 15 side leading the Tongan Lofa 54 points to 5. 76 minutes gone on the clock. There's still pride to play for as far as the Tongans are concerned. Far better kickoff there from the Tongans. The rains picked up ever so slightly here as this match draws to a conclusion. Fijiana showing discipline, showing composure, looking to finish off the match strongly. And of course, perhaps get some more points on the board before the final whistle is blown. Of course, Fiji and Tonga have a long history of inter-island rugby rivalry. Of course, on the men's arena, no doubt here in the women's arena as well. Every match is a chance for Tonga to prove they belong among the Pacific's elite. Unfortunately, things just haven't gone their way today. Motivated by pride and of course the Pacific rivalry adding that little bit more of an edge to the game. Josephine Naihamu doing well throughout the entirety of this matchup. She's my pick for player of the match. She certainly has had an impact on her team. No doubt Coach Ian Cunningham will be very impressed with her performance so far, as with all the other players on the squad as well. Ooh, strong contact there in the tackle. Ref rules it a bit high. 78 minutes on the clock, 54 points to 5. Fijiana 15s leading Tonga 15s here at Lawaqa Park. Proudly brought to you by MyTV. The Fijiana will be looking to finish with a flourish. Just a quick correction, ladies and gentlemen. That's Manungalo Noame Komaitai. Yes, our very recent try scorer there, jersey number 19. Great performance all across the park from the Fijiana team as they capitalized on these wet weather conditions, keeping handling good despite the slippery, wet and muggy conditions here in Lawaqa. No doubt the Tongans, they'll be ruining the chances that they had on offer. Handling errors seem to be the order of the day as far as the Tongans were concerned. It let them down at crucial times. And now we've got one more throw of the dice as far as the Vodafone Fijiana starting 15 are concerned. The Tongans desperately trying to avoid the Fijians crossing over their try line as we reach the dying stages of this match. Referee just looks at her watch. Unfortunately, a yellow card awarded to the Tongan player for the high contact. Fijiana showing great professionalism and composure to finish this match strongly and close out with the maximum points. Speaking of points, the Fijiana 15s currently lead the Tongan Lofa 54 points to 5. Excellent line-out throw there from the replacement hooker Selai Naliva, who makes her debut as well. We've had a number of debutants today for the Fijiana side. 5, in fact, including Selai Naliva, Manungalo Noame Komaitai, Salote Nailolo, and Michaela Stoltz, alongside Litiana Vueti, who made her debut for the run-on team. The referee calls it back there. Fijiana maintaining discipline. Seasoned veteran Jade Coates directing her girls. The Tongans definitely will be playing for pride. The number 11 there, Lesieli Tai, unfortunately receiving a yellow card due to the high tackle which happened just a few moments ago. The Tongans will definitely be looking to shore up their defense and stop this juggernaut of a Fijian forward pack as they approach. And there's the full-time hooter, and right on full-time, the Vodafone Fijiana 15s team managed to cross the whitewash once more. 59 points to 5. There we have Selai Naliva, the debutant, finishing off this match with a try for the Vodafone Fijiana side here in Lawaqa Park as part of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's 15s Championship. Conditions have been far from perfect here in Rugby Town, but that has not stopped the Vodafone Fijiana side from putting on a dominant performance against the Tongan Lofa, the visitors from the island kingdom of Tonga. To you joining us all across the Pacific, we thank you for choosing MyTV. Please stay with us, as coming up we've got more to come, not to mention the next matchup, Samoa versus Tonga, on June the 10th here at Lawaqa Park in Singatoka. What a contest we've witnessed here today, ladies and gentlemen, full of fire, skill, pride and heart. and the unbreakable spirit of Pacific women's rugby. This is only the beginning, because we've got more thrilling matchups still to come, so don't miss a moment. Keep it locked on My TV, your home for the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. 59 points to 5, your full-time score here at Lawaqa Park in Singatoka. It certainly has been a pleasure you joining us. No doubt the Samoans will be looking to take their lessons from both sides and bring that forward into the next match. The next match, of course, between Samoa and Tonga, will be looking to improve on today's performance. It's been a wonderful day of rugby here at Lawaqa Park. Excellent skills on display. However, the Tongans, unfortunately, couldn't manage to come away with more points on the board, but no doubt a very proud rugby-playing nation. Excellent display of sportsmanship here at Lawaqa Park. They may be opponents for 80 minutes, but after the whistle blown, they're friends once more. Rusula Nangasau, of course, congratulating her sisters in battle. Of course, her opponents, they're happy to finish the match with their heads held high. You just gotta love this game of ours that they play in heaven. Excellent scenes here at Lawaqa Park. The future is bright for Fijiana, as we've got a number of debutants making their first start for the Fijiana team, and what we wish is a long and prosperous career. No doubt the same for the Tongan ladies, and of course something very unique to this special, most wonderful, beautiful game of ours. After 80 minutes of hard-fought action, both sides can come together arm in arm. Of course, Fiji and Tonga have always shared a very close traditional rivalry and friendship. And we thank you, our viewers, joining us from Lofa, as well as from Apia, all across the Tonga and Samoa group of islands. Thank you very much for choosing My TV. We certainly do look forward to having you with us once again on June the 10th, right here at Lawaqa Park, as Samoa take on Tonga in the very second match of the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's 15 Championship. Nililatu, no doubt, will have a lot of talking points for his squad. He's trying to shape them into a team that plays with discipline and ferocity. And of course, he'll be using his experience as a former Tongan international to, toughen up his side and get them the results they need if they are to move forward in World Rugby. No doubt this championship very important for both sides as they look to cement a place in the 2025 Women's Rugby World Cup, which is happening later on this year in England. The crowd support has been wonderful. Maybe the weather might have dampened things, but spirits certainly running high here at Lawaqa Park. Momentarily, we'll be crossing over to the Tongan captain.
All right, so ladies and gentlemen, we are now with the captain of Tonga, Lofa, and that is, of course, Tonga Lawaqa. Now, Tonga top nationality today, what was it like playing with
conditions against Fijiana?
Thank you very much. And according to the game today, it was physical at first, and plus the weather, it was yeah. But we're just proud of the girls, and we appreciate the time that we had to play against the Fijian. We're coming back again, maybe next year, but maybe we'll just have to work on our girls, teams, physical, everything. But yeah, thank you.
Now, you talked about the girls out there. Obviously, you had a great mix of experienced players and, of course, debutants. You also got to play alongside your sister. Tell us, how proud of you are of the girls donning the jersey for the first time?
I'm proud of my sisters, and despite everyone in the team, some of the girls are locals girls, but I'm still proud of them putting their jersey on, especially representing their families, their loved ones, and especially having fun. Thank you.
Now, as you switch to the next game ahead, what are some of the work-ons?
Just the whole team, maybe also physical too, but definitely looking forward to play against Samoa. Thank you so much.
Now, last but not least, we have a great crowd out here, lots of fans in red in the stands cheering you on. What is your message to your fans?
Just want to thank our fans out there. Thank you very much. We love you. Thank you.
Well, Vanaka level, malo, and enjoy the rest of the day.
And Tongan captain, the winger, Tonga Tuiaki there, giving her thoughts on the match. Wonderful to see the players of both sides coming together to enjoy a smile, to enjoy the camaraderie that is rugby. As they say, the game they play in heaven. And the heavens open up here in Lawaqa Park. Might have been a long, tough encounter for the Tongan Lofa. Fijiana doing well, sticking to what they do best, playing with flair and skill. No doubt a combination of the 7s and 15s reps coming in very handy for the Fijiana side. And stay with us as we cross momentarily to the Fiji captain, Alfreda Fisher.
Now we're with the captain of the Fijiana XV, Alfreda Fisher. Alfreda, congratulations on the fantastic win out there today. You are the youngest captain of the Fijiana 15s. How did it feel leading your team out on the pitch?
First of all, it's an honor to represent my country, and wearing this white jersey, it's really an honor, and I really want to, and thank you.
Now, heading into this match against Tonga would not be an easy one, especially in these conditions. What was the game plan heading into today's match?
First of all, I really want to thank the Tonga team for showing up today despite the weather condition. Thank you very much for giving us a good match, and yeah, thank you for a good match. Thank you.
Definitely saw a different team take the field out here today on the outset of the previous game against the Wallaroos. What was some of the focuses that you had coming into today's match?
First of all, I want to thank the teams for executing the game plans and maintaining discipline on the field. And yeah, I want to thank all my teammates for the effort they give on the field. Thank you.
Last but not least, as we switch gears onto the next match against Samoa, I want to ask you, how important is tournaments like the Oceania Championships, especially for you and Samoa, as you lead up to the Rugby World Cup later this year?
For us, we will learn from our mistakes, and we move on from where we have reached today. And despite some of the miscommunication and misplays on the field, then we'll come better and good in the next game.
Vinaka, and last but not least, we've got a great crowd out here at Lawaqa Park that's been cheering on the team. Any last messages for them?
Thank you all for the fans. Thank you for coming out in numbers today. We nakabalebu to you all. Nabalebu na adu mebale lebu zinani raisoswa. Nabalebu na alu soli alu loma ni adu menasi unadwa. Nabalebu. Oh, and lastly, Vodafone. Thank you very much for the sponsor. And if it's working for you guys, we won't be performing here today. And a big nabalebu to you all.
Well, congratulations once again. Enjoy the win with the team. Vinaka.
Alfreda Fisher there, speaking on behalf of her team. Debutant on screen, Michaela Stolz, who had a very good start to her matchup, as well as all the other debutants today. Coach Ian Cunningham putting faith in his debutants to get the job done. No doubt our new coach very happy with the performance so far from the Fijiana 15 ladies. And we must thank again the visitors, the Tongan Lofa, who came here to play. Unfortunately, they couldn't quite get the result they wanted, but they still have another chance next week against the mighty Samoan ladies. Yes, the Tongan Lofa, coached by the legendary Nili Latu, former Tongan international. They'll be looking to bounce back and come back stronger in the next match against the Samoans next Tuesday. But if anything, if today's results is anything to go by, the future for women's rugby in Fiji is bright, and they're certainly setting themselves up for a very good showing at the Rugby World Cup for the women later on this year in England, 2025. Yes, what a contest we've witnessed here today. It's been full of pride, full of passion, and of course the unbreakable spirit of Pacific women's rugby. This is only the beginning, ladies and gentlemen. We've got more thrilling matchups still to come. Don't miss a moment. Keep it locked on My TV, your home for the 2025 Oceania Rugby Women's Championship. From all of us here at Lawaqa Park in Singatoka, thanks for joining us in on the action. And on behalf of the My TV team and myself, I'm Davu, signing off. Peace.